Here, in this question, the minor angle between the hours hand and minutes hand of a clock was observed at 8:48 a.m. The minimum duration in minutes after 8:48 a.m. when this angle increases by 50%. So pause your video and try to solve it. Let's see the question, solution of this question. For this question, first of all, find the angle between minute hand and hour hand when the time is 8:48 a.m. What is the angle between minute hand and hour hand when the time is 8:48 a.m.? All right. So look here, like this in figure A, the time is 8, and here in this figure B, the time is 8:48 a.m. When the time is 8, the minute hand position at figure 12 and hour hand position at figure 8, and when the time is 8:48 a.m., then this is a position of a minute hand and it is a position of an hour hand. Correct? So first you have to find the angle between minute hand and hour hand when the time is 8:48 a.m. Correct? So look here. In this question, when the time was 8, minute hand moved to this position when the time is 8:48 a.m. Correct? From figure B, you can see when the time was 8 and then when the time is 8:48 a.m., the minute hand movement in a clockwise direction to this position is this, right? So it means minute hand moves continuously for 48 minutes, right? And hour hand position was this when the time was 8. And at 8:48 a.m., our hand moved to this position. Correct? Means when the time was 8, our hand was at this position, means at figure 8. And when the time is 8:48 a.m., our hand moved to this position. Correct? So look here. Here in this question, the movement of minute hand from this to this, from 8 a.m. to 8:48 a.m., this is the angular movement of a minute hand. Means minute hand makes angular space in a clockwise directions. This is right. So here, when the time is 8, already minute hand and hour hand both are at a position where there is a 40 minutes space apart. 40 minutes space apart. Both of them, both minute hand and hour hand, both are at 40 minute space apart when the time was 8. Correct? Now, from figure 8, minute hand move. From figure 8, minute hand move this position. Just a minute. Minute hand move from figure 8, this is correct. And our hand moves this from figure 8. So from figure 8, if you know the angle, this angle, if you know this angle, and from figure 8, if you know this angle, then this minus this will be the angle between minute hand and hour hand when the time is 8:48 a.m. So look here, one conceptual understanding is required here in advance, and it is that minute hand moves 6 degrees in 1 minute, while our hand moves only half degree in 1 minute. Correct? So when minute hand moves this position to this position, So it moves continuously 48 minutes, right? I mean, the angle made by minute hand from 8 to 8:48 a.m. From figure 12 is going to be 48 into 6 degree, means it is 288 degree. This is the angle made by minute hand from this position to this position. Correct? And you know, already when the time was 8, the minute hand and our hand both were at 40 minutes space apart. So it means this angle is 40 into 6, 240 degree. This angle is 240 degree. ये जो आपका एंगल है, ये कितना हो जाएगा? 240 degree. Correct. So if you see the angle from figure 8 made by minute hand, it is only this. So this is 288 minus 240, which is 48 degree. You got me? I mean to say, here angle between here angle made by minute hand from figure 8 position when the time was 8, अगर आप देखें तो ये जो एंगल होगा आपका ये एंगल कितना होगा? ये पूरा दिस इज 48 degree. Now take our hand. Our hand will move from this position to this position when the time was 8 and now it is 8:48 a.m. So our hand moves only 48 into half degree, which is equal to 24 degree. So in a 48 minute, movement of our hand is 24 degree, right? So this is 24 degree. This is 24 degree. So it is 24 degree. And this is 48 degree. So the angle between minute hand and our hand, this is going to be 48 minus 24 degree, which is equal to 24 degree, right? So when the time is 8:48 a.m., the angle between minute hand and our hand is 24 degree. Now, the question is the minimum duration in minutes after 8:48 a.m. when this angle increases by 50%. 50%. So right now it is 24 degree. So angle increases by 50% means the increasement will be 12 degree. 24 degree ka 50% is going to be 12 degree. So in how many minutes this 12 degree angle between minute hand and hour hand will maintain? This is your question. You got the idea? Means after 8:48 a.m., in how many minutes this minute hand and hour hand will gain 12 degree angle. After 8:48 a.m., in how many minutes minute hand and hour hand will maintain 12 degree more with each other? So now it is very simple. Look here. Here, as I said, minute hand moves 6 degree in 1 minute. Our hand moves half degree in a 1 minute. Both are moving in the same direction. our hand speed is faster than minute hand speed is always faster than our hand. So relatively, minute hand will gain 6 minus half degree in 1 minute. Is it okay? So relatively, minute hand will gain 6 minus half degree. I mean the 5.5 degree every minute over our hand. So you have to maintain angle of 12 degree. So 5.5 degree in 1 minute, 5.5 degree angle. It is again by minute hand over hour hand in a 1 minute. So 12 degree gain of a minute hand over hour hand will be in 24 by 11 minutes. 24 by 11 minutes. So it is your final answer. So here it is option D. Look here in this question, this conceptual understanding is required. This conceptual understanding is required that minute hand moves 6 degree in 1 minute and hour hand moves half degree in 1 minute. And then step of this question is first step you have to find the angle between minute hand and hour hand when the time is 8:48 a.m. And after this, as you find it, the angle is 24 degree. Then question is very simple. 50% of this is a 12 degree. And now relatively, the minute hand speed is faster than our hand. So minute hand will gain 5.5 degree over our hand. So now both are moving in the same direction. Minute hand is continuously will move away from our hand. So for a 12 degree, very simple, 5.5 degree in a 1 minute. So minute hand will move away or a 12 minute hand will gain 12 degree angle over our hand in 12 upon 5.5 minutes. Answer is 24 by 11 minutes. Thank you, everybody.